we flip it and change the sign, okay? So it's gonna look like x1, y1, and this is my m. Okay, so it's gonna look like y minus, my y1 is -5, equals my m, which is 3, x minus my x1 is 2. Okay, what do we do with minuses?
Then we can do a plus.
Yeah, we're going to change them to a plus. Okay, so right here should really be a plus, and right here should really be a plus. Okay, number 3, it says perp. Okay, so perp, if this is our slope, what is going to be our new slope? 4 over 1, which is just what? It's just 4. Okay, and it was a negative, so we're going to change it to a positive. Okay, so it's going to look like y minus my y1, which is -3, my m, which is 4, x minus my x1, which is 2. And again, we change those minuses into a plus. Okay, so right here should be a plus, and right here should be a plus. Okay, number 5, I got x1, y1, and this is my m. Okay, first of all, does number 5 say parallel or perpendicular? Parallel, so we're going to keep the slope the same. Okay, and then it says write the slope-intercept form. What form is that? 1, 2, or 3? Slope-intercept form is 3. So we want to get it like this. Y equals mx plus b. So essentially we need to get the y by itself. Okay, but in order to get it to formula 3, you have to start with at least formula 2. Maybe formula 1, but definitely formula 2. Okay, so we're going to start with formula 2 just the way we did on the front page. Okay, so we're going to say y minus, my y1 is -2, equals my m. What is my m going to be? -7 over 5. Okay, so -7 over 5. X minus my x1, which is 5. Okay, from there we would check. Do we have any minuses?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to change that first. Okay, so this is the part we already did. Okay, from here we do 2 things. Okay, you're going to distribute first and then add or subtract. Okay, so we're going to get y plus 2. -7 over 5 times x is going to be -7 over 5x. -7 over 5 times -5. What is that? Somebody type it on your calculator. -7. Okay, so +7. Okay, so we distributed, and then we're going to add or subtract. We're going to subtract 2. Okay, and where's that 2 going to go underneath?
7.
Under the 7. Okay, numbers go with numbers, letters go with letters. So we're going to get y equals -7 over 5. X, 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, 7, I'm going to go ahead and label x1, y1, and my m. Okay, is this parallel or perpendicular? Parallel, so we're going to keep the slope the same or change it? We're gonna keep it the same. So we're gonna say y minus my y1, which is -1, equals my m, so 2 over 5, x minus my x1, which is 5. Okay, do we have any minuses?
No.
Yeah, so change that first. Okay, and then what's our next step? What's our next? Distribute. Okay, so 2 over 5 times x. It's going to be 2 over 5x. 2 over 5 times -5.
2. Oh, wait,
-2? Okay. And then are we going to add or subtract? Subtract 1. Okay, so we get y equals 2 over 5x. What is -2 minus 1? -3. Okay, number 9, we're going to label x1, y1, and my m. Okay, so it's going to look like y minus 1 equals -3 over 2, x minus a -4. What do we do next? What do we do next?
plus.
Yep, we're gonna make the plus, okay? Okay, after that, what do we do next? Distribute. Okay, so -3 over 2 times x is gonna be a -3 over 2x. So we get y minus 1 equals -3 over 2x. -3 over 2 times a +4. -3 over 2 times a +4.
6.
6?
Yes.
Somebody agree?
-6.
-6? Okay, and then are we gonna add or subtract? We're gonna add 1. -6 plus 1. -5. Okay, number 11, we're gonna say x1, y1, and my m. So it's gonna be y minus -5 equals a -2, x minus 1. Wesley, put that up. Okay, a minus we can change into a plus. Okay, so we get y plus 5 equals -2 times x. It's going to be -2x. -2 times a -1. +2. Then are we going to add or subtract? Subtract 5. Who's he going to go under? 2. So we get y equals -2x minus 3. Leslie, don't make me take it. That's so stupid. Okay, 13, we're gonna label x1, y1. And this is my m. Okay, so we get y minus 5 equals, okay, I need to flip and change, so, because it says per. Okay. Negative 2. Why is it negative 2 and not negative 2 over 1?
Because 2 over negative 2 over 1 is the same.
Yeah, okay, so we gotta simplify it. So if you get a 1 on the bottom, it just disappears. Okay, so if we flip it and there's a 1 on the bottom, it just goes away. Okay, so it's gonna be negative 2, x minus negative 3. Okay, the minus minus is gonna become a plus. Okay, so it's gonna look like y minus 5 equals negative 2 times x is gonna be a negative 2x. Negative 2 times 3 is gonna be a negative 6. And then are we gonna add or subtract? We're gonna add 5. So we get y equals negative 2x minus 1. We got 3 left. Okay, 15, we're gonna label x1, y1, and my m. So it's gonna be y minus negative 2 equals, okay, what is my current m? 1 or 1 over 1, okay? So, is 1 over 1 is my current. So what happens when we flip 1 over 1?
1.
It's still 1 over 1, which is 1, okay? And then it was a positive, so my new one is going to be what?
Negative.
Negative. So it's just going to be a negative 1, okay, for my new slope. So negative 1, x minus negative 2. Okay, we're going to change these to a plus. So I'm going to get y plus 2 equals negative 1 times x is a negative 1x. Negative 1 times 2 is a negative 2. And then we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. So we get y equals negative 1x minus 4. Okay, 17, we're going to label x1, y1, and my m. So it's going to look like y minus negative 3 equals, what's going to be my new slope? 6 over 5, good job. 6 over 5, x minus negative 5. Okay, the minus minuses you can change to a plus. Okay, so I'm going to get y plus 3 equals negative 6 over 5, or positive 6 over 5x. Okay, what is 6 over 5 times 5?
6.
Is 6. Then what? Subtract 3. Okay, last one. It's gonna be y minus 2 equals, what is my new m going to be? A positive 1 over 3. X minus negative 4. And so that's going to be a plus. Okay, so we get y minus 2 equals 1/3 x. What is 1/3 times 4? 4 over 3. Then are we going to add or subtract 2?
Add.
Add 2. So we get y equals 1/3 x. What is 4/3 plus 2? 10 over what? 10 over 3? Somebody agree?
Yes.
I know you agree with yourself, Goofy.
No, he also said it.
Okay. He said something else, and he was like, oh, 3? He knows he did. He said 2 or something, I don't know. Okay, you guys got 10 to do on your own. I'll go through and get your 10 done.